It's not the grease. The temperature. It's not the temperature. It's the amount of oil.
So when you drop it, it's going to boil up and catch fire.
That bird in there, when the bubbles come up, it's going to bring that oil and water up like this here. It's going to overflow down to your burner and blow everybody's ass up. But it's not the temperature of the grease.
Tony, you also got to think about when you put that
oil in the humidifier.
Wait.
How many humidifier?
Listen to me.
I got one question.
Million of them, and I know how to put it in there. And don't worry about it.
You say you put it in there before your grease get hot?
You put it in there.
You put that ice in there, you're suicidal.
Tony, listen.
I wouldn't want it.
Listen. See, this the problem.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Just like you said, if you put too much grease. Now listen to me.
I'm listening.
If you get the grease hot, you got a whole pot full of hot ass grease. Do you understand that?
What difference does it make?
So you don't put no turkey in the pot
see,
like
and
that.
that's where you are wrong. You say you got a whole pot.
Right,
full
you
of
said
grease.
if you put too much grease, that's a hotter pot, right? It's gonna be hotter than
whatever amount that you add, I wouldn't give a damn if it's this much. When you put that bird in there, that grease gonna rise up to this high.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay? It's gonna expand. It ain't about the grease.
It's about the water.
It ain't about the grease.
Grease and
All
water.
y'all got to
Tony,
do
grease and water don't go together, bro. Do you understand that?
Go up there and
grease and water don't go together.
When they drop that damn chicken in the back
you can take some grease and don't need no meat.
That goddamn grease.
You can take grease and don't need no turkey. And throw water in there and it's going to do the same thing. It's the water.
All it's going to do is pop. All it's going to do is pop.
That's what it do.
That's how.
That's turkey got to wait on.
Watch this. Let me tell you this story.
It pop because the moisture. Because of the moisture.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Moisture
because the
and hot
water.
oil do not get along.
Hell no, you throw ice in oil.
Grease and water don't go
They tell you when your oil is hot, right?
That's where you get the overflow. Because that wet turkey going in a hot pot of grease is going to blow up. I'm telling you why it does that. It's the water. But if you
I done fried turkeys and all that.
right.
I know it.
Right.
But
it
tell you where.
I'm telling you.
You got to put
That's what people don't understand.
Where to put the
You
grease
can
at.
get the grease hot.
And you got to have that grease at a certain temperature before you put that bird in.
Right.
You got to have that grease at a certain
It's got to be a certain temperature, but not
If
too
you
hot.
don't, you finna waterlog and soak that turkey in some goddamn oil. And it ain't gonna never come out right. It ain't gonna never.
Because it's absorbing. It's not cooking, it's absorbing it.
It ain't gonna never come out
You have
right.
to know the temperature, bro. That's what you cook with.
If you don't have the grease up to temperature.
If they say warm it up to 350, if they say warm it up to 350,
And you put it at
put
100.
it on 500. You understand what I'm saying?
Because it ain't at 500. It's at 80 degrees, so now it's absorbing the grease. It's not cooking.
I'm not talking about too low. I'm talking about
If
when
you put it in.
when you put the turkey in there, that grease is supposed to just it's supposed to be level. It's supposed to have a balance. Do you understand? If you know how to cook, you know what I'm trying to tell you.
Water ain't gonna do nothing but float on top of it.
Yeah, it ain't gonna mix the water. No, it's gonna float. Even oil float on top of water.
Yeah.
Oil. That's why you see the rainbows in the street. You look in the street, it rains, you see the little sieves, oil float on water.
Ain't up to 350 degrees.
Right.
You in trouble.
Right.
You gonna have some fucked up ass.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Hey, I don't work. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing in the world you can tell me about cooking no goddamn bird.
Hey,
Cooking no bird.
What I'm trying to tell you is it won't blow up on you. You have to. You have to cook it so it don't blow up on you.
Did you say you've been experienced? He's been experienced.
There's a whole lot of people
I've been experienced.
say the same thing and they done got burnt their ass, burnt to shit because they don't listen.
Look here.
Total fuck up. Unrecognizable.
This is what I'm trying to tell it. If you know how to cook, you
There's
cook.
people coming in.
You
There's
cook
people coming in that
You
restaurant.
cook with temperature.
They
You
ain't
don't
gonna
cook
take that
with
way for no goddamn grease to
You don't cook with fire.
Yeah, 165, 185 is done. You get the thermometer. I got my thermometer. I got
Lay
my.
that turkey down in there and the grease will not explode. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
What up? If you throw it in there frozen, yeah, you looking like,
Ain't nobody
yeah.
talking about no frozen. Ain't nobody saying
Yeah,
about none of
cause
that.
we don't do that. I'm not about to put a frozen turkey in the fucking.
hell
Like,
no.
you watched me
You
for
can't put
years.
no
I'm a little across the street from you.
It's all water.
Yeah, you about to you about to put a whole the insurance company like, you burnt your house down with your dumb ass. We ain't even about to pay for this. Your stupid ass.
I heat that pot up, and when I put my turkey in there, that grease gonna do what I make it do. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I know how to make the grease do what I want it to do.
Because you ain't
my turkey down
you ain't got control of the water in the bird.
Yes, you do.
You ain't got control
Yes, you
of the water
do. If you
in the
control the
bird.
heat, if you control the heat, bro. If you
I'm
control,
satisfied with your conversation. You cook
I done
yours
cooked
like
you
you
in,
cook
bro.
yours, but I know good and goddamn
Okay,
well.
keep dropping
I
it
don't
in
give
the
a damn
hot pot.
how much you heat your grease or you think you got control of the temperature of your
You do.
grease. You don't have control of the amount of water in that goddamn bird. When that bird go down in that water, now you hear the bubbles.
Right.
And that's the shit that cause the
have you ever?
That's the moisture cooking that up.
monster cooking out, but it will make bubbles and grease come out and
got to-
overflow
you
if
got
you
to know
have
how to cook,
too
bro.
much oil.
You gotta know how to
Too
cook.
much oil. You got to know the amount of oil with the weight of the bird. This is
Right.
all I'm trying
That
to
mean you
explain.
gotta know how to cook.
You got to know how to know the
That
weight
mean-
of the bird
that mean
and the
you gotta
size
know
of
how
your
to cook.
pot and how much oil you got.
That mean
and
you
when you
gotta
drop
know
that
how to cook.
motherfucker in there, it's gonna rise up
First of all,
some, but
you
it
don't
ain't
drop
gonna
it. You lay
overflow.
it down in
It
there.
ain't gonna
Drop
overflow. I got the thing with the little hook.
Right,
I don't
with the
mean
hook,
like this.
and you just
Yeah,
lay it
just
down
pick them
in
up
there.
and ease
The
them.
hanger with the
Ease them down. I ain't say just throw them in there.
hell no, you do that, yeah. You
do that.
If you do that,
They-
you really
they
gonna
don't
blow
know
the
how to cook.
mother.
you
Yeah,
lost.
'cause they don't know how to cook. And the principle is you have to know how to cook.
But I
know
ain't
how to
never seen
cook.
nobody. Listen, I ain't never.
I know how to put that bird in there.
Okay,
and
I
that
heard-
grease
I
do
heard
what
what
I
you
want
said.
it to do.
I heard
They
you
don't
say
do all of that
you
wild
you
shit.
say you don't get your grease
And that turkey,
hot
that
to the
turkey
temperature
boil,
that it need to be to cook
and
the
that
bird,
turkey boil,
and then you put
it
your
boiled
bird
up
in
the way
there.
I wanted that. Right when I
And
put
then
it in
as the
there.
bird cooking, the grease is getting hot to go to the temperature.
Right.
That's ain't the way
Right.
you cook no bird.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. If you don't want to get blowed up,
No,
it is.
Man, if you stick
You don't have to get it
if
too
you stick
hot,
anything in hot grease,
So you remember?
Anything. Would you help?
So you
Would you help?
hold on.
Would
You remember
help?
the first year with me?
You have to know how to cook.
Remember?
I know how to cook. The way you talking, I know you don't know how to cook.
Put in some hot grease.
You got-
The
I know
grease
how to
got to be
cook.
at the temperature before you
The
put
grease
it in.
When I put my turkey in there, it do what I want it to do because I know how to cook.
All your shit gonna be
You
on.
understand that? That's all I'm trying to get to. If you know what you're doing, then the temperature of that
Man, that's
turkey
the
is
same
not
thing.
going to explode
That's the
the
same
grease.
thing like boiling crabs. If you put
If the
crabs
weight
in
of the
there,
turkey
if
ain't
you
gonna
put crabs
explode-
in there too early and your water ain't hot enough, all you're gonna do is water dog the meat inside the
You
shell.
gonna make it mushy.
That's not
Oh,
what
make it more
that's
good.
not
You
what-
drown the crabs. You just drown the crabs.
You don't do with the goddamn bird.
Yeah, but
You drown the crabs, right?
Everybody get.
that's not what I'm saying.
You drown
I'm saying
you drown the
if you know how
crabs.
to
Call
cook,
themselves having a crab boil.
If you know how
But
to
them,
cook, my
them snow
man.
crabs, they already cooked.
If you know how to cook,
Right.
you
You
have
could
that
you
grease
could really
to do what you want
could
it
dump
to
them in
do.
hot water and they
You
done.
understand what I'm saying?
Safe to eat. You could dump them in hot water, lukewarm hot water, and they done.
Right, we ain't even talking about
You-
no shells.
Oh, so don't say no, Glenn. There's something else.
We're
Like
talking
we
about
change the conversation up. Yeah.
In order to cook the turkey,
even still,
No, it's all about
you
me blowing up my car.
you naturally as a
Now if my car blow up right now, y'all niggas gonna laugh.
not know the amount of water
Hey, they ain't even peeping that. The heater's still in the truck. That bitch go
What
boom.
I'm saying, Tony, I
Oh, watch out the conversation.
don't know how to cook.
I done seen the ham too.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I done seen ham.
If you know how
But
to
I
cook,
know
it's
one
not
thing.
going to do that.
I know one thing.
That's what I'm telling you.
If that instruction say,
I don't need no instruction. I know how to cook.
see, and then you still
I
not.
can look at the grease and know
If the
when to put it
instruction
in there.
say,
You can smell the grease. You know when you know when the grease burning.
When that-
It's done.
watch
You
this.
know.
No,
But, hey,
when that grease
listen to my lyrics.
when that
What
grease
the words
start-
I'm finna say. If that instruction say, preheat your oil.
Yeah, 350 before you even touch it.
Temperature.
Right.
Now,
Before you-
watch this.
Cause
I'ma
it
tell
gotta
you what he
fry
telling
before
me.
you drop it in.
I'ma
It
tell
gotta-
you what he's telling me, what I'm receiving, what he's saying.
I know how to cook. That's what
He
I'm
ain't gonna let that preheat go to what the instructions
No.
say.
So now it's absorbing oil. It's not even
I know how to
cooking.
cook.
It's just absorbing oil.
He gonna heat that oil up a
It's
little
gonna
bit.
start frying when I put it in there. But I'm
At that temperature.
I know what the temperature
But you put
Look at
cool
it like
oil in there. You throw it in, gonna start
Right.
frying.
I know
You
it-
want that shit to be at temperature, so when you throw it in, it's a hiss. It's gonna talk to you.
That's
It's gonna.
It's the same principle with chicken.
You wanted to hiss to you.
It's the same principle with chicken.
That bird.
Anything you frying.
Bring your grease up and you lay your chicken in there and it starts to fry. You have to know how to cook. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If you put it in there too hot, that's where you get all the explosion.
Well, when you burning it, you burn it. Boy, you get the sponge with you.
We said what the instructions say.
No, you say you
The
get that hot.
instructions
Y'all
ain't gonna
saying
tell
you
you.
get
Instructions
that
ain't
shit
gonna
hot.
tell
I
you
know
to
what
make
you're
it too
saying.
hot.
I know.
They gonna
No.
exact
To a temperature, bring it to a temperature.
in order to put
Throw it
bird
in.
there.
Do you know how to do that by looking at your grease?
Eat your oil.
Yes.
300
See, I know how to do
Yes.
it, but just by
Yes.
looking at my grease,
Yes.
I don't care
But
about what's in the pot. I can look
I'm
at what
telling
the
you,
They got grease beef.
and I know when to put it.
Hey.
Let me tell you.
Hey,
my
they
life
got
history
grease beef.
on how
This
I
what,
learned. Let me
this
tell
what
you my
grease
life
does.
history on how I learned how to fry. A blind lady.
Okay.
Totally blind.
Damn, hold on, blind. What?
Blind lady. Totally blind.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Miss Mabel.
So she taught you how to cook.
No, she taught me how to fry.
Right.
And guess what? Guess why I was? Because she cooked some of the best fried chicken I ever had in my life. And she was totally
Oh,
blind.
Lord.
But I went to her, I said, Grandma, how you know how to fry chicken as good as you do and you totally blind? She said, baby, God's blessed me.
The
with my
scent.
kids,
The smell. She knew.
She said that in itself helps her to know. She could hear the oil bubbling, the little pop, better than you and I can, okay? Because of her senses.
Because she don't got the visual, so she gotta be.
Okay,
Now
but
you
I bet
saying
you
what
that
I've been
grease,
saying
I
all
bet you that
along.
grease ain't totally hot like you saying.
I ain't saying nothing about totally hot. I said I can.
You said the only way water gonna come up, the grease got to be very, very hot.
That
and
ain't
it
what I
ain't.
said. That's not what I said. I
Okay,
said water.
all right.
What I
I'm done
said
with that
is
too.
water and grease don't go
Because
together.
you know something, you
So you
contradicting
have to
your
know the
statement because you
difference. I
said
am not.
you put your turkey in the oil before it reached the temperature that the
I didn't say
instructions
before it reached the
that-
temperature. I didn't say that. No, I didn't. What I said is
And
I
your
know-
video say he said before.
what I
I
said.
said to you.
Right.
I can hear.
What I said,
I can hear.
because you're not listening. Because you're not listening.
Hey, look, Harold.
What I said is when I put my turkey down in there, it's not going to explode because I know what I'm doing. That's what I said.
But that ain't the conversation.
That's what I said.
I done did the frozen
But
turkey.
that's what I said.
I was burnt down this
You gotta
nigga
know how
house.
to
He
cook,
lived
bro.
across the street from me.
I can look
I
at
done
my
do the frozen
grease.
turkey 'cause I ain't know.
don't need nobody to tell me.
Kick
how
that
to
bitch across the street through a flame
I
from
can look
here
at what the
to
grease
his
is
house.
and know when to put
I almost
it in
burned
there.
down his
That's
house.
what I'm trying to
Because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Grease does this. It starts to wave.